Hey there, it's Michael Andre Ford in San Antonio, Texas. I don't know what to call myself. I help you connect to the universe with no barriers or boundaries. If you want to keep it simple, it's just no thinking, what you know, all the judging, reacting, the stuff that we do from the neck up daily that I'm going to go right back to after I finish taping. But I help you get out of what you know long enough to be in your heart. I don't even know if it's actually the heart, but the bottom line is you've got a big one and you're already connected to all there is nature, the galaxy, the universe, your higher self, soul. Um, what I do works with whether it's agnostics, Catholics, people from India, Native American heritage. It doesn't matter where you are on the planet, whether you've ever heard of Oprah, spirituality, astrology, anything. I help a person sort of unlock their skills, their talents, sort of like being a superhero. You get to full on see angels, galactic beings, Einstein, Rumi, Alan Watts, Anthony Bourdain, Elvis, Debbie Ford. Um, Again, figures from India, maybe 30 of them. Your loved ones, pets. So take Tyler Henry and then take him to an island, jack him with steroids for 30 days, and let him come back to society. That's basically it. You pick up super skills, full on hearing, seeing, feeling. There's lots of humor. I'm full of enthusiasm. You got to take me with a grain of salt. Um, but you can get any answers to any questions, anything. So that should be enough right there for mankind to sort of get jiggy with it. I've been doing this 13 years, so how's that worked out so far for mankind? Again, any answers to any questions, all dialects spoken, all languages. And again, mankind should have jumped on that right away. But we forget everything. And by forgetting, I could say we're just really slow. Like all those slow children signs with the big legs. We're super slow as children, and that's mankind. We're not at the apex. We're not the smartest casino on the strip, if the galaxy is the Vegas strip. I'll keep mixing my metaphors up here. Let's put it this way. We're kind of like the kid out of college living in the basement that hasn't had his first job or her first job. We have unlimited room or potential for career growth or just growth. What it means is getting out of the rat race. It's not your investment bank. It's not global climate change. It's not this opposition figure or a political figure or this war over there. It's actually all of our thinking and judging and collective resistance via knowing. The type of knowing, though, that precludes possibility. That's mankind's number one currency right now. Science lives and dies by it. It's very brutal. Come up with a discovery, it lasts 3 weeks, and someone comes up with more thinking and more of a discovery and knocks out the first one. And it's this endless competition going on. The universe is far bigger than human thinking, far bigger than we ever allow for when we're up here. And when we get to the organizational level, whether it's spiritual wellness, holistic science, the Consciousness Institute, the Remote Viewing Institute, more limitations kick in at the organizational level. It's just the way humans are kind of constructed right now. But what is really cool is a lot of consciousness is flowing in, a lot of awareness, or awareness is on the horizon for mankind. We're able to get out of the basement and maybe take our first steps in a while up on the ground floor. We have a lot of loving beings that are here to support us. So if I could say a couple things, I wouldn't want anybody to listen to me in the slightest. I tell you to breathe. I tell you to let go. Do your own listening. Do your own feeling. Do your own full-on seeing. I baby step you, though, for the seeing. So you can see a little bit of light, see a heart, see a butterfly made out of light, see light in my hands, and I'll do this in just a second. I'll light sage. I'll show my light. You don't have to show me yours. And you can go to full on seeing, and you can see in your mind's eye. Americans love to do it this way, and you see the angel, or you see your Uncle Joe, or Aunt Sarah, or your pet, or your horse. And all of it's really wonderful. It's a lot of love, compassion. You're not being judged. It's okay if you go right back to thinking after watching this. But the only rule or structure I've got is give yourself a break. This is all the Zen, Tibetan Buddhist monastery stuff or studies or teachings for thousands of years. You can meet Chogyam Trungpa, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Thich Nhat Hanh, and a bunch of other figures, a couple hundred or 300 figures or more than that. I have guests. I have a show, YouTube show. So I have guests on the show who are taking steps on air, but they take steps off air. Some of the panelists on the Mind, Body, Spirit panels are seeing jointly, hearing jointly, smelling jointly. You can get a perfume that's uninvented, flowers, ocean smell, blah, blah, blah. I'm always trying to come up with something new, but it's really angels doing all the work or heavy lifting. or the fun. Um, but around town, guests or people I've helped are running into angels in full on human form. So I'm off the hook for this. I've got 101 testimonials. I have photos of angels in electronic form or light energy form. Um, and one angel could be photographed 4 different ways. A fairy named Ginger, I've got her like 7 different ways. And then the photos are really nice. They'll move. We know photos can't move, but Audrey Hepburn's photo will move. A wink, a smile, a shoulder waggle, blah, blah, blah. That's a historical photo. So there's really something up with this. It's interdimensional if you want. It's galactic. It's universal. It's love. It's consciousness. It's samadhi, satori. Name some other terminology. But what it isn't about is more terminology, more thinking, more egoic thinking, more intellect, more knowing that precludes possibility. We need to just a little bit ditch that currency. It's 7% less thinking a day. I've done the calculator thing 4 or 5 times. I think that's like an hour and 20 minutes. That's what one angel named Charlotte says. If you didn't 7% less thinking a day. That's the Olympic gold medal for us all to slow our roll and keep it simple. Um, Flip that pancake. 7% less thinking just means 7% more being here, more open, more kindness, more gentleness. This isn't about, again, rejecting, resisting anything, having to judge something, do something. I think humans are doing like way too much. So it's slow your roll, less doing. There's nothing to gain here. There's nothing to lose. Just move past viewing this or seeing this, in the negative. Okay, let's light some sage. I'll blow you sage through 2 screens. It doesn't matter what year you're watching this. And I think, if I'm blowing you sage, you're catching sage, flowers, and maybe even ocean. Go for a triple tiramisu, but no calories. Um, Hit the like button, put a couple of emojis down, just write got it. Put a smiley face, put thank you as a code for you got it done. If you look at my comments on either the website or on YouTube, there's people who are like from all over the world getting sage or flowers or felt Charlotte's hand holding theirs. If there are no limits in life, maybe there are really no limits. Only human thinking, science, and lots of other organizational thought speak or speak thought or structures can preclude the possibility of unlimitlessness-ishness. Okay, so humans love to have everything categorized and judged and put it into the library on a shelf somewhere and park it. So even if you do this, you're going to kind of go right back into your routine. That's why I've got Play-Doh, a photo of Play-Doh. It's great. All these photos are on my website. You can go peek. Play-Doh is great for helping you understand where you are in your life, which life stage, what's next. And I better mention, like, hey, this is just about breathing more, allowing more, smiling more, not knowing so much just for 5 minutes at a pop. You can't help the thinking. And if you tried to stop thinking, good luck, you do more thinking. So you can do mindfulness meditation for 50 years. You can go run off to an ashram in India. You can receive Shaktipat from angels, though. You could study with the best of them, John Kabat-Zinn or Dr. Joe Dispenza. But really, angels can kind of get it done in 30 seconds for you, or a minute. You can receive a light frequency transmission, a symbol, see it with your eyes open, see it with your eyes closed as you do the third eye thing and let it go into your quantum field. And that can be worth 5 to 11 days of Joe Dispenza. Okay, that's according to angels. I'm going to light some sage. My only rule or bit of structure is I always look a little vacuous on this. Set your intent. And by that, I just mean here's a great way to set your intent. Literally, this is my almost only rule or structure. I always say grab pen and paper. And I do always suggest unofficial rule is breathe through your mouth a little bit open. 1 out of 100 people pick a fight on that and they're like, I'm a professional nose breather. I can't possibly. But if your shoulders are going up and down, you're in your body and you're allowing more. It's like that 1970s stereo receiver. You turned up the volume and just allowed the light to come in, the consciousness, the angel. You're getting out of your head into your heart to let angels just do their job. That's all this is. So you don't have to know anything. And I guess that's the big deal. Sometimes, you could be a 40-year veteran having studied everything. Jiu-jitsu, karate, judo, this, that. And yet an angel can kind of come in and with one finger down you. And you can learn that technique. This just slices through everything. And it's a question of when mankind wants to pay attention more. The drones in New Jersey, for example, I think they're awesome, or all over the world. Lights in the sky. There was one in Slovakia. the little kid yells meteor, but it's a really bright, if a flare could be a ball of light, but it's mobile and moving in a way a flare can't move. So it's a UFO, alien, whatever, off-world presence, consciousness itself, someone saying hello. And then it moves off. And it was absolutely one of the prettiest, brightest things ever. If whoever's trying to say hello said hello for 4 straight years over every city, I think eventually thinking would exhaust itself and we'd start to laugh and just be like, oh, welcome to our own thinking. No harm's been caused the whole time. Can we just relax a little bit more and recognize we're not the only game in town? We're not the only casino on the Vegas Strip. Okay, give yourself permission to let go. Who cares about this? You're going to catch a little sage. You want to go from wherever you think you are on the intuitive curve or the openness curve. We're about to open openness. If you need extra help, though, slap that hand on the heart, close your eyes if you have to, and just be like, angels, hey, I don't know what this is all about, but can you get me out of my head, into my heart, help me catch a little sage? And if I'm really good about this, letting go, help me catch some flowers I haven't had in a long time. And maybe let me hear some ocean waves or catch the smell of ocean. I love Nantucket. I love the Seychelles. I love Miami. Suck it to me. Thank you. Own it with an Om Sai Ram, Amen, rock and roll, whatever way you roll. It's all good. You have to do it your way. It's like a Burger King commercial from the 1980s. Okay, I'm going to light some sage. I've stalled long enough. Breathe extra, though. Who cares? And you get a dad joke. We're just post holidays, but Santa's reindeer, just Blitzen and Dancer, those two only. You don't have to remember who the reindeer are either. Why do Blitzen and Dancer, just those two, drink so much coffee? Why do Blitzen and Dancer drink so much coffee? Because they're Santa's Starbucks. If you're smiling, if you're laughing, if you're breathing, you're letting go. Congratulations, you did it. Catch a little bit of sage. It's Juniper Ridge Sage from California. A shout out to everyone, sympathies to everyone in California with the wildfires. Hope everyone's safe. A lot of our guests on the APL show, I can think of like 6 or 7 that are within proximity to the fires, all 7 to 10 of them. And so definitely thinking of them and hope everyone's safe. Okay, catch a little bit of sage. Take your hands and whoosh it towards you if you need to. Allow. Leave your eyes on the smoke. I talk a lot just to try to get around your ego intellect to tie it up. It has to listen to the dad jokes. It doesn't have a choice. It's got to judge them. It's got to be like, that was horrible. I'm not listening to another joke. But as you're doing that, you're freeing your heart to just do the smelling without smelling, catching the scent without catching the scent, the Zen thing. It's what all the Joshu, Zen, Taoist stuff is about. Let your heart jump into the front seat of the car, the hot rod, and drive. Okay, catch a little bit of sage, but now close your eyes and ask for flowers. Roses, tulips, daisies, honeysuckle. We've had so many guests catch so many different types of flowers. If you need a little help, watch the show. That's the whole point of the show. I created the show just so people could take steps with angels off camera, on camera. It is what it is. Not every guest does it, but I mean, I think it's more than 90-95% of guests are doing steps one way or the other. They're at least catching some sage. Once in a while, I get a cranky guest, but you'd never know it, I hope. And, they're doing the best they can. They could be the pinnacle of success, the number one ornithologist, bird person who studies birds, and we've had them on the show, but they never want to actually meet an angel who reps the birds, who works with the birds. That's okay. But what's great is this is each individual human and then mankind as a whole, and yet there's only one life path, one life for all of us. We are all interconnected more than we realize. And that said, if you're a New York Jets fan, I'm not asking you to start rooting for the Giants or to switch to the Patriots. Talking American NFL football, you're good where you are. The contrast is what makes this so fabulous, Earth. And so I blew so much sage, I'm coughing. The contrast is what it is. You are how you are. The second you think something has to be changed, I got to tell you how to change. You got to tell yourself how to change. You're going to start next Tuesday. It's just more Julie McCoy from Love Boat coming in, your ego. It's going to be like, he was absolutely right. Wednesday, I got to change. Tuesday, I'll talk to an angel and find out how. This isn't what it's about. This is about less doing, more allowing, more being. You already have all the answers, all the skills in the world inside you. You don't need anything. I do have a little book, though, that helps. Got to mention it. It's a two-time number two bestseller, Amazon. I've never heard anybody claim that, so I'll be at the forefront. Not a number one bestseller. Twice I was number two in Angels on Amazon. It's endorsed by Anita Morjani. It was written by angels. I'm seeing balls of light as I typed. If anyone thinks I wrote that book, you got to be kidding me. And so I say thank you right away. If you read it, put up an Amazon, what do you call it? Book review, if it's going to be like 4 or 5 stars. You should love the book. It's got 7 photos of angels in there. I sell them for $3 a piece on Amazon on my website. So that'd be like $21. The book is $7.99. Used to be $4.99, I think, or $3.99, or $2.99 on Amazon. And I asked for 10 years of angels. I wrote it in 2014 with the help of angels again. And I asked for 10 years if I could raise the price to angels. They kept saying no, no, no until the beginning of 2024. So it's $7.99 now. Here's two of the authors. It was a lot of angels, probably Mary, Buddha, Jesus as well. I got another book that's 2/3 written by the entire crew. Mary, Buddha, Jesus, angels, and so on. This is a book you can meet Michael, Charlotte, Joy, Minwala, Heather, Penelope, Dale, and if that doesn't add up to 7, you'll figure it out. I think Gabriel's in there, snuck in as a secret 8th, but you'd have to do your own sleuthing on that. Charlotte's the blue ball light, and that's my guardian angel, the whitish one. Let me see. It doesn't look that white. This side is a little whiter, and for some reason they're both kind of coming out blue. But the one on this side is my guardian angel. I'll show the regular photos. And there's 80,000 of us that have her as a guardian angel. Here's a silhouette of my guardian angel, Minwala. Min, like the state of Minnesota, the Lakota Sioux word for water. Uwala is a Polynesian morning glory, and there's a meaning in Hawaiian. I'll just leave that out. Just call her Min. She's got a very big touch of Mother Hawaii in her. Her origin story, serious. Not trying to be too serious here, but if you'd asked me about the galactic stuff in 2020 or beyond or earlier, I mean, light beings have been around. They're like whales, angels are like dolphins, there's fairies, there's Einstein, there's a Jinn who's East Asian mysticism, who's unconditional love, totally knowledgeable, fun, petite fellow. So many different figures, plus all your loved ones, your pets, and stuff like that. Charlotte's backstory, before she did the angel role, I'm not sure how that exactly works, but I don't need to know. Orion. And she might have been Nefertiti in ancient Egypt, bringing compassion to the Egyptians. Again, if you're an Egyptologist, why wouldn't you want to be taken back in time and have an interdimensional experience in Egypt, old Egypt, 4,500 years ago, or earlier Egypt? And by that, I mean you just sit like this and you have an interdimensional experience. 7 minutes of our time feels like 20 minutes over there. That could be the Akashic Records you're visiting, Thailand, a temple in Nepal or Tibet, a Middle East oasis. That one's really fun. You can go surfing in Hawaii and you just know how to surf like a pro. That's definitely number one and what I always throw people's way. I've had 2, 3 different groups of multiple people surfing at the same time, set of waves, run by her. She's the MC. See her on a stand-up paddleboard waving hi. You get to have all your answers. So business people are like my favorite. They're more spiritual to me than the spiritual folks almost. Not trying to judge this or be judgy McJudgerson, but when you know what you want and you're like, yeah, I'm writing here, you're getting all your answers. And at some point you exhaust yourself. The record's 48, 49 pages, 9 hours of listening. Australians are number one at this by far. Somehow they just say, got it, what's next? And they can't write fast enough. They can't get a hug fast enough. And I better mention hugs. You ask for a hug, there's 1,000 ways to feel a hug. Goosebump, yummy in the tummy, hand on the shoulder, wind in the room, whoosh, front, back, 1,000 ways to get a hug. I always say one hug's worth like 100 questions, but if you're in a pinch, divorce, business, you don't know which real estate property to buy, you don't know where you're going to relocate to around the US or overseas or, whatever's going on in life, medical. The hugs can become healing. Colorblind people have seen colors. One woman had her vision restored. I didn't even know about it, but it came out in one of the 75 interviews I've done in the last like 2.5, 3 years. There's other healings to be had. I stay out of the top. I don't see anybody's questions anymore. I don't see anybody's answers anymore. If you want to volunteer it, great. But that's not what we do for every question and answer. In fact, I kind of make people choose code names. I have them pick a fruit. Papaya is about their cousin Joe. So I never know that they're asking about their cousin Joe. They get all their answers on cousin Joe's situation from Angel straight. And I'm like, did you get enough papaya? And they're like, I certainly did. We go on to the next topic. Usually it's pen and paper though, so they're, keeping to themselves, they're getting direct answers, they're off to the races. So I think that's a really important concept. I don't think it's a must. I certainly don't mind hearing stuff that's funny or you would share at a cocktail party. Um, and then each angel is fabulous. One angel could do you perfectly fine solo for 10 years. You only need one angel or a galactic being, an Arcturian, Assyrian, or a fairy. Don't underestimate fairies. Ginger and Tinkerbell exist. Other fairies exist. They're super sharp. There's no privacy. So your situation's known. Your first page of your life story all the way to the last page when you transition over. And so no one's going to blow all the fun ahead, but you aren't likely to want to pay attention to any of this. Human beings are the equivalent of creatures that just stare at the tips of their toes all day long. You work at an investment bank, you make 2 million a year or 2 million a month. You're probably staring at your toes all day long. And doing it this way, staring at your toes. Very rarely are we looking up, breathing more, smiling more, relaxed, and taking everything in stride. And being that incredible person you were at age 5, 15, last week in your 20s, those moments never left you. Your highest vibration never left you. It's not externally dependent. It's not because you won the lottery or got married and had that incredible trip. It's not because of Joe or Sarah or your book made number one. It's all within you already. Like I'll do it. The Big Mary, you can meet her. Big Mary said it best. Love is a constant, or love is everywhere. Open your eyes to find love or see love. I think she's got two different quotes, but it's the same idea both times. So love is everywhere. Open your eyes to see love. Now, she's not literally saying you're walking around blind. Open your eyes to see love, but basically you get the drift. We're in that basement with our parents, and we don't want to go up the stairs and start being here. There are so many like source materials. Seth from the 1970s, light being, you can meet him. He's one of the few that you don't ever see in a corporeal fashion. He's always like Cheshire Cat up in the sky. You can see your soul, by the way, up in the sky, like an aurora borealis. Eyes open, eyes closed. Americans, everybody loves doing it eyes closed, but you can full on see with your eyes open. And I always try to make sure a person gets a 50-50 experience. I mean, I've rarely met anybody who's like, yeah, I only want to see with my eyes open. I don't do it with my eyes closed. I mean, that's 1% of 1% of folks. Someone trained us all to go like this. So you can just full on see, and you can do it jointly. So if you have a twin sister, she did it, you did it, and now you're both comfortable and laughing and relaxed, you can see Archangel Michael, Jesus, Mary, Einstein, and your uncle Larry jointly, and do some listening and receive some hugs, and let the hugs become Shakti pot, or vibration that lasts more than the present moment. All moments can really be the same. Good luck with that. You know something. You've had problems. My problem is, my situation is, you're human. You do a lot of thinking. It's not in the cards for it to go away. You just recognize when you're doing a little too much thinking and use it as an opportunity to breathe again, to smile, or what have you. Okay, let me show you my light. This is really easy to do. Be in your heart. And I love a blue sky, but this works great as a background. A shut-off TV, a black sweatshirt works great. I'm going to pause for 1 second. I'll come right back. Just getting a bottle of water. I'm back. Bottle of water, had a sip. Okay, I'm going to put up my hands. It's like the movie Celestine Prophecy. They do it this way against the Colombian or Venezuelan jungle. But as one of my guests said on the show, they were doing this way in the 1970s before the movie ever existed. In India, they do it this way. You're going to see a filament of light between my fingers. It's the force, life force, flow of life, consciousness itself, universal love. I think it's consciousness itself, if I didn't just say that. It's every organization wants to use different lingo so they can, I don't know, do it a completely different way, rediscover what already is. Here you go. Catch what you can catch. The more important thing is to get another dad joke. What's the only flower found on the human face? Tulips or iris? See a little wisp of light between my fingers. Is it white, gold, green? 5 colors at once. Breathe and relax. Open your mouth a little. Every 30 seconds, the brain, the ego, the intellect wants you to close your mouth and tighten up. Don't cross your hands. Don't make a fist. Don't touch your face. Just allow. But now, if you're getting it, please put a comment, like, subscribe, share, but definitely put an emoji down. Put a rainbow down. Okay, ask the universe to step in and make it really big. Like, put an object in there. Butterfly, we've had phoenixes, a running buffalo, a horse, geometric patterns, light, something of significance only to you. A vortex. You can play this over. It's all good. Okay, I'll do it a different way. Look, we're all connected. It's energy. The only way I know how to say it is like if you in the old days when we had those other types of phones, you think of someone, you went to call them, it's your cousin, they're calling you at the same time, and you could pick up on those physical phones, and you're both on the line magically at the same time. Synchronicity. Welcome to being human. That's all this is there's a global slipstream of love, kindness, consciousness, sparkle, Disney CGI, the old Disney, the one that you actually would watch the movies for back when Disney was non-judgmental and pure love and fun and just safe. Okay. So you already have you're a Jedi. Let's do Star Wars. You're a Jedi. You already are Obi-Wan Kenobi or Luke or whoever you like. You already have full love flowing through you, but your ego is like, hey, I don't want you to know anything about that. You need to have fear. You need to have worry. You need to worry about climate change. We need to worry about climate change for the next 20 years. And we need to be so obsessed with it that you can never be calm again. I need you on medications. I need you unhealthy. My problem is, my situation is, I need you to be obsessed with the neighbor. I need you to be obsessed with your weight. The last thing we need is calm, inner peace, self-love, love, nature. Forget about that. Can't hug a tree every day. Can't put your bare feet on the grass. Can't put your bare feet in the snow. Can't sing in the shower. There's 10 million ways to be here, but the brain's going to have 100 million ways why it's not possible. You got something else to do. Try it this way. Tell yourself at 2 o'clock later today or 8 o'clock later tonight, you're going to go sit for 5 minutes and do nothing. I bet you missed the time. I bet 2 weeks goes by before you ever sit down still for 5 minutes. And yet, how can you use one of these 24/7 for social media and everything else? I mean, this is your Zen master right now, and it's okay. But the second you want to take charge of, having a cooler Zen master teaching you stuff, let the universe step in. Your heart is already like one of the coolest instructors. You just have to listen a little more. Or how about pay attention a little more? And what are you paying attention to? Not much. Don't pay attention to me. I don't have any lingo to sell you. I don't have any more books to sell you. Well, Glow Stick Zen's pretty good, actually. But that's like 1,300 pages or 3,000 if you use a certain device. And I just wrote that when I was popping and seeing balls of light and everything else. So I broke it into 22 books of $9.99 each, or you can pay 200 at Apple for the whole enchilada. But I would tell you not to get it. It's the trek up the mountain. It will help you shed thinking, but you're just going to get your thinking back at the end of the book, so you already kind of know the ending there. But the name of the game is being here. Satori Samadhi, letting go, relaxing, breathing. Exhale like a whale right now. Let's do it. Here's thinking. There's your heart. Heart, shut tight like an oyster. The world's your oyster, shut tight like an oyster. The world's your oyster, you get the idea. Okay, I'm going to still do more exercises with you in just a second, but your brain wants to tell you everything and how you got to do it, and you are known for your illnesses. You're known for your medications. You're known for your this. Just get moving. Exercise is a form of compassion. Breathing is a form of compassion. Doing anything but being on a computer, tech, TV. Sit still, pet your pet, pet your cat, walk your dog, enjoy nature more, and you'll get clarity right off the bat. You are so stacked. You're so stacked you don't even know it. You're money and you don't even know it. Borrow from Swingers, the movie with Vince Vaughn. Okay, I'll put up some photos of angels and let me think if I've done everything. Oh, I'll put my hand up in Texas on a Thursday in January. Feel what you can feel. Don't judge. Just put your hand out. Put your hand out. Feel my vibe. Feel warmth, sparkle. If you need something to do, exhale like a whale, tell you another dad joke, relax. Where in a hospital is the worst place to play hide and seek? Where? In the ICU. That's right. Okay, feel what you can feel, but now I'll wish you a little bit of light. Ask to be fully opened. Ask for more fun. Ask to stop worrying about it and to sort of shift your focus. Where you put your focus is where you put it. How you spend your energy is how you spend it. It took me 13 years to learn those two. Plus, angels exist. Trust that it's so. Let them do their jobs. But you got to set your intent. That means giving them permission to interfere a little bit. The best thing that could ever happen is exactly what's already happening in your life. You're running around, throwing your energy around. You're putting your focus wherever you want. Free will, paramount. But if you want a little extra help, ask angels to get in here and clean things up for you so you have more fun. Okay, here comes one whoosh. Wish I could do Sean Connery's one ping from Hunt for Red October right now. My microphone's up top. I'll blow a little too, blow you a little Hawaii in the air. See if you can catch some energy on your person. And if you need to, back it up, play it again. And this time, close your eyes. You're going to hear my voice do it. There's no limits. So, what will you allow for? Forget everything I've talked about for the first 40 minutes here. What are you allowing for daily? Most of us are shut tight like oysters. We're stressed about work, the family, the bills, the this, the that, the politics, the wildflowers, the this, like what Canada's doing, what Canada's not doing. My football team's horrible. We're lost. We're not generating or cultivating our own inner calm, our peace, our ability to love more, allow more, and to smile more and have more fun, shine more. Okay, I'll put up Joy. She's an angel who's joy, duh. Really big cosmic angel. I don't think people realize how big she is. Catch a flower scent. Put your hand up, treat her like a fireplace. Ask her a private question, but don't do a hard one. Your brain's going to be judgy about all this stuff. So ask her the simplest question in the world. Hey, Joy, what do I need to know right now? Hear a little whisper. It'll be your voice for 1 second. The second you let go, you're going to hear a high peppy, hey, what do I need to know for the rest of 2025? What do I need to know today? Joy, sock it to me. What do I need to know? Thanks. And listen. It's kind of like when Piglet asks Winnie the Pooh, how do you spell love? And he says, you don't spell it, you feel it. Well, same thing here. You don't do any thinking. You do basic listening. You've done listening at least once in your life. I guarantee it. You can't be at a supermarket running into that really cool person that you like and thinking about your laundry at home that you left in the washer wet. This is pure full stop. Let go. And that's the only thing you need to learn is how to get to here, how to hit that hard button, and how to hit it again and again and again. That's the only act, actually. It all comes down to you can go to India and be in an ashram for 11 years, sweeping, checking in guests, teaching this, learning that, and so on. But this is like, an angel being a guru and touching you in the forehead. And you can actually meet Sri Kalishwar or Sri Shirdi Sai Baba, the one from 100 years ago, Ganesh, Vishnu, Krishna, Rama, Divine Mother, Durga, the tiger that everyone rides on. Like 30 figures. So it is what it is. Same thing with angels. There's a gajillion angels, all shapes, sizes, colors. They live in you and around you. You would think they know it all. They kind of do from our perspective, but they're still learning from us, which is really wild. They're just here to help. They're pure love. They're so far beyond what we can allow for. We make things way more difficult, which is why organizations of all types are super slow to the take. You could just go ahead right now and meet a Pleiadian, Arcturian, or an Orion person, an Andromedan, a Lyran. I'm skipping one. A Syrian, if I didn't say it. A woman from Sirius who's amazing. Again, any answers to any questions? You can see ships. How about that? If you look out the window, you can see lights, ships. I just had Britt Elders on the APL Spotlight series. That's where I have really fun guests. Sometimes they front run their appearance on the regular show because I want to get them on as fast as possible. But that APL Spotlight series is for the super cool guests. All the guests on the main show are really cool. But the really fun guests I try to have on like 5 or 6 times over 2.5 years. So I'm trying to ramp that up while doing less because less is more. Yeah, Brit Elders, you'll see her at one point look out. She acknowledges seeing lights. That's cool. I love having you see ships where your favorite cheerleaders, they've somehow done a private lottery. The Pleiadians only do extra lights on their ships for you. How do you like them apples? It'll make you laugh at the very least. You'll not have the whole ontological shock thing. And that's basically what goes on when you just meet an angel. Or I had another person on a session. Yeah, they had an angel or a figure light up their finger, so that it was like being E.T. out of the 80s, that movie. They saw maybe it was pink light all over their finger and in their finger. It was really cool because you could touch your heart and go, yay, yummy. Disney CGI stuff. But to see their face, I hadn't had anybody in a long time go and just completely go into shock. It was awesome. And it was a really pleasant experience. So I'm not kidding. You can have butterflies all over the room. You can see a stream of butterflies coming out of that mirror in this corner, thanks to Joy. There's a Charlotte. She's one of my business managers. That's my primary big angel. There's my guardian angel. Four archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel. There's a Claire. Here's other business manager, Archangel Michael. Here's a Rebecca, my third business manager. There's a Heather who makes hearts in her photos. Go to my website, take a look at all the hearts that she's done. I got a gajillion hearts where I either shot too fast or too slow. She was just making the heart and then I missed it. Here's Max, so we know they're not perfect, or maybe that was on purpose, or somehow there's a bigger lesson in there. Here's Mac. Don't call her Mackenzie. Everything plants, animals, nature. Again, these photos are $3 a piece. Maybe twice a year somebody buys photos on the website. I don't know, you're supporting a good cause. Get the book and you can pick up 7 photos that way. What I'm trying to say is it just slices through the entire industries of spirituality, holistic stuff, wellness, the Six Senses hotel program. You don't have to go to an ashram for 50 years. You don't have to do it this way, that way. It's fun though that you just take your own path, get lost, and then it'd be kind of cool if everyone just rotated. The yoga crowd suddenly did TM, or transcendental meditation. The transcendental meditation switched over to consciousness studies. The consciousness studies crowd went over to crystal bowls. Crystal bowls had to go to tarot. Tarot had to go to intuitive skill building stuff. Intuitive skill building had to go galactic and only talk galactic. The galactic crowd only could go to fairies and do fairies for 10 years. And fairy people had to go to East Asian studies of some sort. Who knows? I use historical photos for Chogyam Trungpa, Mother Teresa. Native American chiefs exist. Oh my God. Dole Fritz-Geronimo. They've been with me forever. Love these guys. They're unconditional love spirit guides. They're the bomb. They help you navigate from point A to B. You can catch sacred scents, have a ceremony with them. One woman got a song, danced with them when she was sitting like this, got taught a song because she already spoke Lakota Sioux. Who does that? Went to high school with her. She was so cool. Oh, and she smoked a peace pipe with them. So it was a really big formal ceremony. I will show Audrey Hepburn's photo. She's an angel. It's a historical photo. Just remember, anytime thinking kicks in, you're like, oh, he's moving too fast. He's too glib about it. He's not serious enough about spirituality. I think one of the worst or best, I love criticism. It's awesome. One of the best criticisms I've ever gotten, critiques, would be that I was the children's book version of spirituality or something like that. Who knows? But I try to keep it light, pun intended. I try to keep it humorous because humor, love is what this is all about. If you're not having fun, if you're way too serious, if you're walking around saying you're enlightened, there's always more room for growth and expansion. So the second you wear a hat with a label and you're some big shot, you got to be careful you're not stuck in concrete all over again. That's just more humanness. And boy, do we do a lot of that. The world could use a little less conflict. If you would just listen more to quote Raphael, Uriel, Uriel, Archangel Uriel said, if more people would listen, less conflict would arise in any given situation. I mean, just be flexible and recognize everyone's doing the best they can already. It's the Don Miguel Ruiz 4 agreements. Always do your best. Don't assume anything. And there were 2 more of them. Here's Audrey. She's such a lovely, loving being. Just grace and sparkle in the moment. Let her move, wink, smile, ears move, eyebrow goes up, shoulder waggle. Catch an uninvented perfume from Paris, Milan. Ask her a question, get an answer, get a hug. Pause this or freeze it. I do these shorts that are 3 seconds long. You're supposed to pause those shorts, by the way. Um, what else could I tell you? If you just want, close your eyes and put your hands out, ask your guardian angel to come in, ask your favorite angels to come in. The guardian angel sometimes is the trickiest one because the brain is so like, oh, it's my biggest, most important angel, and it makes it the biggest, most important. Like it turns meditation into a really hard thing to do. Just call meditation taking a nap and put your favorite song on, lie in a beach towel. Don't do it in your favorite spot like your bed or on the couch where you always sit. Anywhere else but. Get a pillow, get a stuffed animal if you have to. Put on lotus flower, exactly 5 minutes. Put it on repeat. Put on Nirali Kirtak, the Raga by Rev, the morning Raga by Rev video that's 14 minutes long on YouTube. I have that on my fun playlist on my YouTube channel. You got playlists. Go to the playlist. There's like, I don't know, 14 playlists. There's one really hidden playlist in there that's the fun and gentle videos. A ton of beach videos of meditation, 6 hours in Anguilla. You're just watching the water come in and out. Two women down there, I'd love to have them on the show, are just talking, just leave the camera on and you get nature. There's two videos that are 26 minutes each with Sri Kalishwar, where you can see Alan Steinfeld interviewing him around 1999 or 2000. Oof, he's awesome. You need to meet him. He's loving an Indian breeze. You can meet Kapuna Auntie Margaret loving a Hawaiian breeze. She'll activate your hands for you. Okay, and then other videos on there. There's an amazing singer from India. Oof, she's divine. And there are some clips from Angela, Angel -A, Luc Besson film, Guardian Angel film. I was always not such a hot pupil 13 years ago. I'm still learning like the rest of us. I need to hear it 200 times to be like, oh, I get it now. But 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, I was getting woken up for a long time. Not every night, but pretty close. My cat would go out to the living room. I'd roll over in bed. I was not the best pupil. And even if I made it to the living room, I'd put on MTV to watch a music video, but they'd still reach me through a music video with cool lyrics. Hello, hello, hello. I just came by to say hello. Or the black and whites that I'd watch. So there's a black and white at one point. I'm watching it. I'm 3 seconds in. And the character is looking in the mirror right at me. In a mirror, though, it's a different thing. You can see, I think, that clip. I just saw it again yesterday. You can see that clip, I think, on my fun playlist. And his name happens to be Andre. And that's my middle name. And he goes, I love you, Andre. But at 3:30 in the morning, try to ignore angels trying to say hello. I got like riveted to my seat, freaked out, was like, oh my God, what movie is this? Didn't know it was a Guardian Angel movie. And then I kept seeing it at like 3:30 in the morning. I must have been playing it over and over. I must have been really stalling. And another scene, there's a feather that comes down. I'm like, ugh. So all this is about is get a little more comfortable with just not knowing anything. It's kind of like when you play fantasy football, you have no clue what you're doing. You get obliterated the first 2 seasons. And if you can even hang in there, a lot of people quit fantasy football. It's too stressful. Um, you're eventually going to have a lot of fun. You're going to realize there's nothing to know. It's just love. It's sparkle. It's Disney CGI. It's Winnie the Pooh. It's more humor. It's being cool. It's just relaxing. You got it all already right here. So I'll try to leave you with that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do. If you want to see a little ball of light go by, there's a Penelope. She'll do the softest pinpoint of light. You can ask for sparkles or glitter or rainbow glitter from the Big Mary. What will you allow for? Close your eyes and have your angel crew say hello on your eyelids shut, like two 1950s drive-in movie theaters that become one. You might even get the word hello in neon lights if you're really like letting go and rolling with this, and that'll should make you laugh. The goal is to make you laugh, and then you crumble your defenses. Everything from the neck up, ego, intellect, organizations, it's got to be done this way. Rigid thinking, spirituality itself, even holistic wellness stuff, this group, that group, they're all everyone. My thinking in a moment is going to start doing Acme bricks again. Just, I've got a factory up here. Trust me, I think more than anybody else. And so does that person over there and this person over there. We're going to have a giant, enormous competition. We're all churning out bricks. What do we do with the bricks? We're building walls constantly. And the goal is to just keep releasing for no reason whatsoever. And the details don't matter as much as you think they do. Um, you could be in the biggest pinch, bind, pickle, but you've actually never missed a step being fully connected to love. If you're connected to love, then the pinch, the pickle, the bind, my problem is, my situation is, my divorce, I just got laid off yesterday. I just got a bad prognosis, illness wise. Um, then everything shifts. The illness, the divorce, everything. I mean, life is meant to happen and you're meant to grow. And generally, we don't want to pay attention in the slightest. We want to know something. Be successful this way, run everything through the brain. That's just not how it works. Um, and until you learn that, you haven't really learned it. So the universe is going to find a way to reach you. The question is, are you paying attention? And so that's where a Peaceful Warrior, the gymnastics movie, comes in. Amy Smart gives such a good speech about that. Are you listening? Are you paying attention to what the universe is trying to tell you? So nobody wants to go full stop. That's another one of those sources like Seth, Peaceful Warrior, and there's a third one. No one wants to go here. It's the last place you want to go. It's scary. And who's saying that? The ego, because the ego will lose control over your whole life. And then you'll be a little nervous at first. You'll be flapping in the wind. But after that, you get to know your inner, authentic, bigger self. You get to be connected to the soul. Your ego gets kicked to the back seat of the car. You get to have more fun. You can go in any direction you want. There's no limits. You learn to manifest better, allow more, smile more, sparkle more, and so on. So this has been Michael Andre Ford in San Antonio, Texas. I hope you've been having fun. Check out my channel, my YouTube channel. I think you're already here. So if you could write a comment somewhere, watch the videos. I've got just incredible guests. We're a super small show with like the biggest footprint. Um, and the guests are amazing from all over the world with all sorts of backgrounds. Ian Stenlake, Australian actor in Sea Patrol. Check out Amazon Prime and see him there, or go down to Australia, see him in the Broadway musical Elvis, although I think he's doing a new musical now. Um, we've had a White House physician to the US president on who's a rear admiral, retired, still practicing medicine in Arizona. A ton of doctors, psychologists, psychotherapists, healers of all different types, international best-selling authors. I think we have a fourth guest from Arthur Findlay College, the Hogwarts of England, coming on. Just all sorts of beautiful folks. So my website's got that master list of guests, and I guess that's it. And Listening to Angels is a 15-minute read. That's it. It's a one-page forward, 1.5 page, or not even, probably 7 paragraphs old school style for an intro. 5 pages how to, and then the appendix is the best part. You get big picture stuff delivered straight from angels. There's no way I wrote this stuff. I'll pull out one passage for 1 second. There's no way I wrote any of this stuff. So you need to check out the book. It's big. It's fun. It's big and fun. Okay. Why is being the key to all of this? Being is believing in all. You do not need to be like anyone else. Be you. Smile more, think less. Do not permit others to dictate your well-being. Own your own being in life. Love more and allow more. You can be happy now in this very moment without a single reason. Again, this is why it's not about words or concepts, which are often just another form of egoic thinking. Always keep releasing so as to not allow walls to be rebuilt. Ego. What to release exactly is never that important. Those are mere details. Keep releasing. Ego likes to judge everything and build walls. Ego likes to offer knowing as a form of false security. Step away from this and return to a peaceful life. Follow your path in life one step at a time. Enjoy it. Let go of perfectionist or defined behaviors such as roles. That's being a parent. The fact that you're an actuarialist or an accountant or this or that. Embrace the awesome life given to you and each one of us. Just be. Listen to everything, for everything around you is always your instruction. Love is in everything. Open your eyes to find love. There's only one life, not two. Be in the moment. Compassion is within all too. There are just many levels of awareness in man. Everyone can grow. Let go to expand your own awareness level. See how when you let go, become lighter and free, your energy brightens and you feel alive. Believe, trust this is so, and it'll be so. This is what faith, religious or non-religious faith, is all about. Not knowing in life while letting go and loving. Compassion to others happens only when it is first applied by you to yourself to release your ego and to embrace more openness and love in the now. Find compassion in all that you see. Breathe compassion into all that you do. Believe in all and be loved to all. And know that we angels are here for you always. We're here not just in name, but in action. Use us. And there were some quotes in here. Growth happens in many stages, or growth happens in stages. Charlotte said that one. Joy and Dale, two other angels, said, growth happens when people laugh. That's why we're here. And then Heather said, compassion is me, the heart, because she makes hearts in her photos. I'll show one photo of a heart that Heather did. I've met her as a human in Stockholm, Vegas, Austin, Hawaii, and New York. If I didn't name 5 places, there are 5 places. And I want to thank Apple iPhone, the update, because no longer can I maneuver through my phone to get photos. But one day, another company will hopefully invent an iPhone and I will move away from Apple. Okay, here's that heart. And any one angel will do or suffice. There's other hearts. There's another one. There's Min, my guardian angel, in a ball of light format. There's another heart. There's my Glow Stick Zen book cover. Check out Glow Stick Zen. It's a beautiful book. And that cover, you can't beat it because there's a dragon in the water and the reflection if you look closely. So check that out. Enjoy it. Happy New Year. Go ahead and see some light depart here on my fingertip. Close your eyes if you have to. Breathe extra. Exhale like a whale. I get to tell a dad joke. My job is fun. See a little bit of my light here as if I had just lit the lighter. What will you allow for? If you could see the white, gold, yellow from a lighter, you can see my energy on my fingertip. Breathe extra. Do this if you have to. I'm holding up my finger. Why did the rabbit fall down that well? He didn't see that well. See a little bit of light off my fingertip. It's getting hot. And please put a comment down. Share, like, subscribe. If you got this out to 3 other people, just pick a show person that you really like. There are a lot of famous, Lorna Byrne, the Irish Angel Mystics on, a lot of other famous people, Dr. Evan Alexander on the show. Pick something safe, send it to a friend. Let's grow the audience a little. There's too much going on with people doing direct action with the universe. You know, kick me out of the way. But this show should grow with time and be a great resource for people. You get to open up any answers to any questions. Imagine what happens for 4 million scientists, or at least 100,000 ones under 25 who are open, who want to pay attention to the universe, who want to have any answers to any questions. Get your research formula done. Get your research done. Get a clue as to which way you want to write your paper. Hear how it really works in the big picture. The world is not flat. You can go big. Get hooked up with the galaxy, the cosmos, the universe. Feel more love. Get healing. If you can have any answer to any question, what's stopping you from doing what you want to do for your business or relationships or your true love? Blah, 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 blah. It's your life. You're the only one who can live it. So have more fun. Have your cake. Eat it too. No calories, though. Michael Andre Ford in Texas. I guess I'm an angel intuitive. I'm your universal connection. I like to keep it a little zany so you don't take it too seriously here. And that's it. Have fun. Take care.